still at Riding the Thin Lines Command Center, and this is Moto Rampant. That's so cheesy. But in this portion of the video, we want to talk a little bit about
keeping a log.
Keeping a log. What do you guys do? Do you record your trips? You know, make videos, take pictures? I myself had started, you know, several years ago. I just bought a blank journal book and I start writing down things that I think I want to remember.
I'm glad he does.
Maybe the memory isn't as good as it used to be, but I write down things as I'm traveling so I can remember them in hopes that I can use it in the video. We were reading through the book just a second ago off camera and talking about the things that I write down that makes him remember things. So I skipped a section that I hadn't read to him, and so I'm going to read what I wrote down for February the 10th. Was it 2018?
That would be the Everglades trip.
Yeah, we were down in the Everglades, and I'm going to read a segment of
I haven't heard this before.
Of what I wrote for February the 10th. It was very warm on February. It was 90 degrees this day. This was the day of the seafood festival in Everglades City.
Okay, yes. That was pretty neat riding through there.
About run out of gas.
Yes.
So February the 10th, I wrote down the Smallwood store on Chokoloskee Island. It was a great find. After we left the seafood festival area, we went to Marco Island for groceries at Publix. And as we went through 41 to Marco Island, I wrote in here, man, the dead snakes on Highway 41.
Yes,
They
were everywhere.
There was probably close to a half-mile stretch of 41. It was just absolutely covered with snakes. And I wrote, it looked like a mass migration.
The funny thing is, we never saw a live one.
No, they were flat snakes. But the next sentence, I did not read to him. So I want him to finish this sentence or this next paragraph. We met some great folks from Minnesota. They had a truck camper. The old lady liked to
flirt and show off her wares.
I said expose herself. And however, I did borrow a book from them to read. Anyway, that's just a little segment of, you know, why I journal, is so I can remember things.
And that's not something I would have remembered unless he read that back to me. Even on all the videos I have, I didn't video their truck camper. I didn't video them. I have no record of meeting them.
You know, they were doing the same thing we were doing. They were avoiding the winter time in South Florida. They were using a truck camper, and they were, the husband and wife were there, and they were having a great time. They talked about how much snow they were getting in Minnesota at the time,
and they were
loving it.
It was 95 degrees.
Yeah. And she dressed like she was extremely hot, weather-wise.
Weather-wise, yes.
But tell me about the day I told you I was writing the book. You know, we were out in the shop, and I said, hey, let me read this to you. And you had no idea I'd been doing this.
I did not. And he was reading things, I can't remember what they were at the moment, but when he read those things to me, it brought back memories, just like that did. It brought back memories of that particular incident that he read to me, but it also brought back the whole day. It brought back the whole trip, and it was great. And I thought, I have to do that. But of course I haven't yet.
So, you know, I highly encourage anybody that does a motorcycle trip to journal or write down notes. I don't write in story form. I just write down what I see. Whether, when we went down the Natchez Trace Parkway, I wrote down the wildlife that we seen, you know, the conditions of the road, the conditions of the weather. I'd write down if I was tired. I remember in this book there's an article, or there's a short story in there about how I was riding a gravel road by myself and how I was overdoing it a smudge, and how I didn't, but I should have crashed hard. But I wrote down how difficult it was getting home after the close call. So if you travel by motorcycle, I encourage you to use a book and write down what you do.
At least somebody in your group.
An empty tripod. So, Moto Ramblings. Yeah, I think I am.
If you are, you recorded a whole lot of, not much.
Yeah, I was recording. This thing on?
Maybe you should start over.